Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be right?
Yeah, just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
You know what the one funny thing is about Ronald Reagan? I mean, actually, it's not that funny because the poor guy only has one testicle left.
Other side of the table's Dr. Syintist.
It's no dream house, but we get fed through our spines, and the rent is reasonable.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, no way, man. Liz can really eat. She's like a magical, disgusting horse. Welcome to Plotty Time. We'll start where we always start. Dr. Syintist, what have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Not a whole hell of a lot. I haven't played anything for a while, but I did start up a game called Monster Sanctuary. It's, you're kind of in this Monster Sanctuary.
Okay.
It's like Pokemon type.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You catch it's interesting because you have to, unlike Pokemon, you have to like try and get your team to mesh and all three of them together. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I always like those kind of games. Collect them all games. You know how it goes.
In Pokemon, how do you collect the Pokemon? Do you have to fight them or have your Pokemon fight them? How does this work?
You are correct. You have your Pokemon fight them.
And then you get to keep them.
You have to throw a ball at him, right?
Yeah.
To catch them?
And there's a chance it doesn't catch him?
Yeah. Depending on the ball you throw.
Yes, I picked that up from Pokemon Go.
Okay, that's a brag. That was the attitude I got from that.
Yeah, he's right.
It's... Okay. I mean, I have follow-up questions, but I'm not trying to take up all your time.
Well, I mean, what else am I going to talk about?
Yeah, really?
That's a good point. So you fight your Pokemon fights the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
You have to. it's like which way?
Then you throw your Pokeball.
Yeah.
At the Pokemon.
After it's weakened, yeah.
After it's weakened, and then you can contain the monster the Pokemon in your Pokeball.
Yes.
Yeah. After you throw it.
After you throw it.
And then you can use that one you catch to fight other Pokemon.
So the Pokemon gets defeated and is like, cool, I'm yours now. I'll do your bidding.
Well, it's knocked out, probably.
Yeah.
It's unconscious. And then it wakes up in your Pokeball.
So do you re-educate it in the Pokeball? Why does this work?
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. I kind of feel like you actually destroy it completely and make a whole new one that likes you. That's the way I imagine it anyway.
Okay, like the military, you just have to break it all down, and then you rebuild it.
Like a transporter from Star Trek, but it comes out as one that likes you.
Yeah, totally.
That's
I was
fair.
going to say the same exact analogy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you were.
No, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a transporter is. A teleporter, all right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm the asshole because I didn't watch Star Trek.
We knew that. Yeah, that's all I played, though. I did watch a couple movies.
Ooh.
Okay.
I did watch one called Lights Out. I think Poppascotch talked about it.
Lights out.
Yeah, the spooky one with the monster in the darkness.
Yeah. It was kind of dumb, I thought, but it was all right.
Oh, I never said it wasn't dumb.
Yeah, no, it's a monster that is only there when the lights are out. And if you like shine a light on it, it disappears.
Okay.
It turns out to be something completely different that you wouldn't expect. But
Like it's like
angel?
like a metaphor for depression.
yeah, it's what every single horror video game does.
Okay, yeah.
I thought there
good.
were some real spooky moments in it,
There were.
and I liked the bit with the car. I don't know if you remember that one where he's under like a car port, I guess you'd say it, and the monster's like holding him up, about to rip him apart, and he hits his keys real quick.
Oh,
and the lights blink,
yeah. That
and
was
it's
kind of
enough
cool.
for him to get away. That was a good bit.
I'll have to check it out.
I mean, is it the best movie ever? No, but it's fun. It's spooky.
Oh, I'm running out of shit to check out, so I got to check out something.
Perfect.
Lights Out. Then I watched this other movie called Haunt. It's about these kids are like out for a Halloween, and they just end up going to this haunted house, and it's just essentially people trapped in there and try and kill them.
I've seen a couple movies
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
this.
say it's been done a lot.
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
You've probably seen several different versions of it.
Was that a Chuck Palahniuk book?
It could have been, but it wasn't.
Haunted.
This wasn't the movie. It was You
made the book Haunted. That's what I'm seeing in my mind. So I guess I don't know this one at all.
and this one they were like ripping off people's faces and stuff and wearing them, and that's kind of.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, probably. There's probably several like that where people rip people's faces off and wear them as masks because it's a haunted
I know,
house,
right?
But
Like, I wish I could say that. Oh, I if that happened, I certainly don't remember that. But I could have still watched this with people's faces getting ripped off.
Yeah, it's just so passe.
Perfect.
And then I did watch several episodes, maybe half a season of this great show. Do you guys think you can guess it? No, you'll never get it. Darkwing Duck.
I was not going to guess Darkwing Duck. I'll tell you that much.
Damn.
With 4 hints, I wasn't guessing that.
No, it's
His
I
launch
wouldn't-
pad.
I wouldn't say it holds up, but it's not bad.
Man, I'm so afraid to go back and watch those cartoons.
So
Because I
was
kind
I.
of want to.
Dude, what got me was when we were talking about, how long ago was that? Months ago when we were talking about the Perfect Strangers intro.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, which both you guys remembered, and I just completely blanked.
Yeah, but I was like, I remember the Darkwing Duck intro. And then I listened to it, and it's so like early 90s R&B type intro.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll watch the show. It's not that bad. I was enjoying it. I mean, I watched several episodes of it. I'd probably go back to it and watch more.
That's good.
Holds
That's
up.
Positive.
It's something to put on in the background when you're not watching that I haven't seen 10,000 times in a row.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, where else are you going to get Bushroot and Megavolt and all these other awesome bad guys?
I don't know.
I can't figure it out either. But anyway, go ahead, Poppascotch.
I was just going to say, ever since I watched, and I think I talked about this with you guys, the Beetlejuice, the cartoon,
Yeah.
and it was just, I don't think it's bad. Like, it's a kid's cartoon with a weird subject that you're doing, but it just felt so manic and crazy and all over the place. Like, it's for kids that have way too much sugar cereal, obviously. But I was just like, it wasn't anything I remembered.
Yeah.
And it was a bummer. So
Dude,
I don't want to
Darkwing
watch
Duck
it
was
even for
everything
long.
I remembered.
That's great. I'm glad you had that. I got the opposite.
So, if you have a chance, watch Darkwing Duck. Anyway, that's all I really did, Poppascotch. You tell me something.
Tell you something.
Thanks for asking.
I didn't ask you anything.
Shut up. That's how I always do it. I really didn't watch too much. I did watch a shitload of YouTube.
I
Got
I
it.
mean,
didn't even think, I do all the time, man.
Rabbit hole.
Oh, I also,
Yeah.
I'll talk about it next week since we're talking.
but I finished The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah? I still haven't done it, even though I said I was gonna.
Any surprising thing happen in there?
No, it was the game. It was exactly the first game.
Exactly.
I mean, it's still interesting to see like the final episode and Joel lose his mind and stuff like that.
You mean be a complete piece of shit?
Yeah, I see. That was the thing. I was talking to the wife because she doesn't know anything about this.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to get that opinion from like people who have never played the game, what they thought.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, what do you think?" And she said it was good. Like she said it was good. It was tough. Like it was depressing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you think about Joel?" And she's like, well, I'm like, the whole podcast believes he's a piece of shit. She's like, yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit.
He did kill an entire hospital worth of people.
Doctors, even.
Yeah.
Who were in
Surgeons
the
and shit.
middle of saving humanity.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to.
Well, sure. The way I always interpreted it and felt was that it was literally the last chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That may not be the truth because, it's a whole world where things are happening. But
Right.
it seemed like the best last option.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nah, she's kind of my daughter, though. So everybody needs to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter who died 20 years
I
ago.
walked her across the country, so whatever.
She's mine now.
Yeah.
Which is, and I thought that my broader thoughts are it felt rushed, but I think that's just because I played the game and I knew everything that was going to happen. So I was just kind of waiting for it to
Yeah,
unfold.
that's probably right.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't really want to use that as a strike against it. It was good. I mean, I liked it. I'm excited to see how they deviate from the second game in the next one.
Yeah.
But
Or what they do at all.
or what? Yeah, they said that the second season is not going to be the second game. Like,
Well,
they'll
that's
probably
the second
be.
game set years after the first game, right?
Yeah, it's like 20 years.
So there's a whole intermediate
No.
thing.
Another 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's. Is it 10?
Yeah,
It might
she's
be
at
10.
least 20 something.
Yeah, but in the first game, she was like 14. So 24s. That's about right.
Yeah.
I can also look it up. I'm not going to do that.
Fuck
No.
What are we, a podcast?
I'm excited to see that woman from Game of Thrones, the Ellie character, be a badass in the next one. But I'll stop talking about it. So also watch The Burbs because
Fantastic
Nice.
film. Fantastic film.
See, they put it on Netflix again.
Really?
yeah, that's where I checked it out.
Nice.
It was on I was on a plane and I just downloaded a bunch of stuff and it was a red eye, so I was like, I'm just gonna fall asleep to something
Yeah.
I've watched a billion times. That was The Burbs.
I
and
wanna
I didn't fall
kill
asleep because I can't fall asleep on a plane.
Satan is good.
Really?
Satan is my pal.
Every time I try, it does not work out.
Okay.
And last time I tried, I fell asleep for what felt like 9 hours. I think it was like 5 minutes.
That's good though, because it's kind of like a restful sleep
It's
at
like,
least.
wow, I'm fucking ready to
Yeah.
go.
I
Well,
wish
you didn't hear the
anytime I
second
woke
part
up,
of
I
it.
felt like I was sleeping 9 hours.
Yeah, right.
I woke up to the fucking seatbelt ding.
After I sat down, like seatbelt ding. What?
So I was like, what the fuck? And then you heard the flight attendant on the thing being like, we are about to get into some moderate to severe turbulence. I'm like, fucking great, dude. Like, this is...
Oh, that's the fun part.
And then it didn't happen. Like, there was barely any. It was such a
Liar.
letdown. I don't think I've had, like... I've been on a good amount of planes in my life because of work travel, and I don't think there were many where I was, like, actually afraid. Like, you'll do the nervous laughter, like, oh. How about that one?
Do you have a stupid? Do you ever have how many in your life? How many times have you sat next to someone who's just annoying as shit?
Oh, man, no. That doesn't even happen anymore. That's what noise-canceling headphones take care of that.
Oh, nice.
That and crying babies on flights, not even a thing anymore. You just put on the headphones.
Makes sense.
It's awesome. Usually, I've been very lucky. No one who sits next to me wants to talk to me.
Technology is one of them. Dude, I wish.
It's like, oh, not this fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this fucking scumbag. I'm not going to talk to him.
My strategy that works at work almost never works anywhere else. Like at work, I just like walk around like I'm pissed off all the time and just pretend to look fake. People leave you alone.
Yeah, that's great.
But at like grocery stores and everybody's like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, get the fuck away from me.
Who the fuck do you think I am?
Do I look like I want to?
That's the Costanza, right? Where if you just look angry enough, everyone thinks you're really working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it really works.
It really does. There's days where I'm like, I see someone coming and I'm like, okay, get in the fucking motherfucker. Like, hey, how's it going? Like, I got to deal with something on 8. I got to go to another.
Yeah, you're
floor.
like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Just carry around a clipboard and look at it every once in a while. Like, oh.
And then I went down and got a thing of coffee and then came back. But the only other thing I watched, popped in a bunch of episodes of Community, which
That's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think it's hit or miss, but I think the first 3 seasons are really good. Then after that, it gets very spotty.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I watched a bunch of the second season. I'm trying to think, what was the one I watched? Oh, where, what's his name? I don't even remember their names. Chang gets sort of inducted in the group, and he joins the team for a pop and lock ceremony, but they're all too busy hanging out with Jeff at his, like, old law firm's party, and he finds out that the dude kicked him out of the dude that got him disbarred,
There you go.
who was played by
Samuel Jackson.
that Kuckner guy?
Dave Kuckner.
I think so. Is it Dave Kuckner? Is that what I'm thinking of?
His name's Keckner.
Keckner?
Yeah.
Kuckner?
No, the cuck.
The Cuckster.
That'd be a horrible name, wouldn't it?
The Cuckster? Probably not great.
If your name was like Papa Cuckington.
Papa Cuckington?
Well, I didn't want to say your real first name.
No, wrong.
Papa.
It was Rob Corddry. It was,
Oh, that's not
That's
even
the same
close.
person.
I know, it's not even close. That's funny how one of you says it's not even close, the other says it's the same person. Man. But yeah, that's all I really watched. I played some Atomic Heart, but
I still can't get into it.
it's really hard to get into it, and I'm at a point where I'm fucking stuck.
Oh, shit.
There's several,
Like stuck in a washer?
there's several moments in that game where you forget that it's a puzzle game, and then they give you a puzzle, but they don't tell you a whole lot about the puzzle.
Yes.
So you're just walking around, and they're like, you have to find the electrician. I'm like, what do you mean? He's a dead body. Like, okay, then I just go find all the dead bodies that are on the ground and try to talk to them. And they glow a different color because their mind is still kind of there because they were robots. And then I kept going to every dead body, and none of them are the electrician. I'm like, well, that was 2 hours of wandering around the same 3 floors over and over.
Oh, wow. That's like me in Fallout, too. Fuck that.
I hated when you would play Fallout.
Well, the
Most of
difference
the time
is
I
my
just
game's
left.
linear.
Whatever.
So
I'd be like, you checked that drawer 4 times already.
No, it doesn't say empty. Oh, it's because I left it in there. All right.
I didn't pick up the extra gnome.
and then after the third time of checking the exact same thing, you accidentally hit the take all button, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm over encumbered.
I think the most overpowered skill is that you could still fast travel when you're over encumbered.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could.
You can unlock, like, it's one of the strength things.
Oh.
Yeah,
Keep
like
putting points into strength, and then you can.
something back or whatever.
Maybe, well, I only played up till 3, so it's not.
You played New Vegas, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't know if that.
All
was
right,
part of
whatever.
there. Yeah, it doesn't
That's not what we're talking about.
doesn't matter.
That's all I did. So how about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What's going on with you?
Well, you see, still playing Ghost of Tsushima. I did liberate a third of the map now, so
Oh man, you're fucking killing it.
Nice.
oh my god, that's
Nice,
like
dog.
people probably get that done in one play sitting.
Yeah, but they aren't you.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt for them to sit for a while. But that's all. Yeah, that's all I've been playing, man.
All right.
You like it? I guess you like it, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's fun, but it's a little redundant, boring. That's why you can't play it that long.
Doing the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah, I
you
see
just
that.
bring up the map, you're looking for like where you're going, and then you smoke some weed and you fucking
The map's still up.
yeah, and then you're looking at your phone, watching a video or something.
I'm gonna watch Netflix on my phone while this game's on pause.
And you're like, why the hell is this even on?
I love when I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop for the day. It's like, okay, when I get back, I'm going to set myself up so I'm going to this place on the map.
yeah, I do that sometimes. That's fun.
And then I turn it on. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? So then I'll just pick something else and I start doing it. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right. That was what I was going to do last night. I can't do this because I didn't do a thing I was going to do.
yeah, it's like, oh wait, that was like gonna be a long one, so I'll just turn it off. Play it next time.
I think that got me with Skyrim with the dwarven place in the cave.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called.
I know what you're
don't know
talking
if you
about. Yeah.
But I just saw a cave and I'm like, all right, I'll check out this cave real quick. And then I'll call it a night. It was like an hour and 45 long mission to get into the dwarven
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it was
God
good stuff.
damn.
I missed that. But I watched a couple movies. You guys ever hear about this? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I've been wanting to see it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's okay. I mean,
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
yeah. I mean,
Kind of assumed it would be okay.
yeah, I like Pedro Pascal and Nick Cage, so
I always thought it would be okay. So when I was looking for movies, I'm like, I kind of want to sit and pay attention to that one.
yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I actually want to watch this one. So yeah, give it a try. It's pretty good.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was going to be stupid, and it was actually kind of fun.
Yeah,
I plan on watching it sometime. But
Nick Cage playing himself. It's fucking amazing.
I wonder how off from his real personality that is, because I don't know if you've ever seen him on talk shows, but that man's living on another planet than we are. Like,
Yeah.
it's a similar planet, but not exactly.
Does he really have a daughter?
I don't know. I guess so.
Assume he
I
does.
mean, he probably has kids, right?
I don't know. Yeah, he is. He's Nick Cage, so
Yeah.
I'd assume.
Yeah, he's got 3 of. Oh, that's right. He had the one kid, Kal-El.
Oh yeah,
Are
okay.
you serious? He
super
kid Kal-El? I just my opinion of him just dropped.
Oh, watch
Really
this movie
into
still.
Superman, that guy.
Oh,
I remember
yeah,
when
I'll
that
watch it.
happened.
Yeah, didn't he own like Action Comics #1?
Kal-El Coppola Cage
There it is.
and
Weston
Weston
Cage?
Cage
Yeah.
and August Francesca Coppola Cage.
Okay.
It's weird that they're all keeping Cage.
Yeah, because that's not his real name, right?
No, he's a Coppola, and he's like, well, I want to get in on my own merit, so I'll change my name.
Yeah, and now they have the Cage name.
Which I like the idea that he did that, but at the same time, it's like, look, everyone in Hollywood that's casting people knows you're a Coppola. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I'm not casting people, so
yeah, that's true. But also, I think it's more of like fans watch it because I mean, it's not going to really be popular if you suck, even if
Yeah.
your name is Coppola or Cage. But
yeah, true.
I think his uncle is Francis Ford Coppola. I think that's what the connection
Probably.
is there.
Yeah. Well, he has to have a connection, else he wouldn't just get rid of it. I guess.
Well, it's like,
yeah, if my name was Coppola, I wouldn't have changed it.
Yeah. Right.
are you related to Francis Ford Coppola? No, just wild coincidence. We
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
named Coppola.
But yeah, it's a good one. And then I watched another Nick Cage movie called Army of One. You guys see this one with Russell Brand?
No,
Plays, plays God.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nick Cage is like he's on dialysis. He's just a weird guy, and he does the fucking strangest voice, and he acts real wacky through the whole thing. But God comes to this guy and tells him to go capture Osama bin Laden. So he tries to do it on his own. Like buys a sailboat, never sailed before, and tries to sail from fucking California to
Huh.
yeah.
I was thinking of the one where he's like a gun runner.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I don't remember what the God of War.
God of War, yeah. or something like that.
Lord of War.
Lord of War.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was real. Jared Leto was his little brother. That was really good.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I feel like every year there's 4 Nick Cage movies come out that I don't remember or am aware of or ever see.
I think you said this about Keanu Reeves last time.
No,
No, he's on.
Or was that
Keanu
another
Reeves.
Nicolas Cage thing you said, the exact same
It
thing?
might have been.
it might have been. It absolutely might. Well, let's have the fans send us an email. Tell us all about it if I said that.
Yeah, because we did talk about how he has to do all this work just to pay off his debts and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Nicolas Cage. It wasn't Keanu Reeves, my fault. Sorry.
Yeah, but like, check this one out, man. Army of One. It's just, if not just to watch Nicolas Cage play his fucking wacky ass character. It's so good. Well, it's not. The movie's not really that great, but he's really good in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, at least. I'll enjoy my time I spend with it.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I did at least. So, and then I watched one more movie. I'll give you guys
All right.
Hellhole.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's very possible I've seen that.
Tell me everything.
It's about a cop who's looking for a missing woman. There's like been 8 missing women recently in his town or whatever, and he ends up going undercover in a monastery, and it's the monastery's some weird fucking like satanic cult in disguise, and he finds this weird flesh hole in the wall. It's
I feel like you've described this movie before.
I've described plenty of movies with flesh holes in the wall.
Yeah.
but
That at least 3, I think,
yeah.
which is a lot.
Yeah, I can think of 3 off the top of my head. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. I think it's a foreign film because I don't think the English voices were matching up with the mouths. But that could have just been me.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's good. It's a little slow, but in all, it was a good movie. Check it out. So
Nice.
that's 3 of them you should check out today.
What was it one more time?
Hellhole,
Hellhole, of course. Hellhole.
Army of One, and shit, I already deleted it. I don't know what the hell it was called. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. There's 3 recommendations, people. You'll love them.
Hell yeah.
So I guess if that's it, we can just go ahead and, unless you got more.
No.
Okay, well then let's go talk about the Plotty Time vibe check.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you feel that? Is that the vibe?
That's certainly
So,
fun.
we didn't talk about it, but news has obviously spread by now that Lance Reddick has passed away.
Yes.
Oh,
He was
Which
a
is a
voice.
what a...
Voice in Destiny.
Yeah, he was
I honestly thought you were talking about the tennis player.
No, you'd know him if you saw him.
yeah, he's the bellhop from the John Wick series.
Yeah, that would help if I watched the John Wick series.
Man, you're missing out. They're fun. But anyway, so he was one of the main characters, one of the guys who gave missions to you in Destiny, and he actually played the game and was a fan of it.
Oh, nice.
And they actually saw a record of him playing it the night before he passed away.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I just thought that was interesting.
Is he the one who's the movie Chronicles of Riddick is based off?
Yes,
Yes.
same guy.
All right.
You got it.
He's actually the father of Vin Diesel, despite the fact they're like 10 years apart in age.
That'd be crazy if that was true.
I know, that would be... It's like, you had him when you were 10? Yes.
Yeah,
Whoa.
of course it did.
How old is Vin Diesel? Is he 50?
He's got to be in his
He's
80s.
gotta be. He's gotta be older than us.
But now I have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in movies when I was in high school.
What else was this guy in? What was his name? Lance
Diesel.
Lance Reddick.
Oh.
Vin Diesel.
That's what I thought we were talking about. He was born in 1967. So he's
Birth
55
name-
years old.
Mark Sinclair.
Yeah, that's Vin Diesel.
It is?
Vin Diesel is Mark Sinclair.
Oh, this guy was in Fringe. You probably know him.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome. He was Broyles in Fringe.
Yeah,
He's in a lot of stuff. Oh, now I'm sad.
yeah, right.
But yeah, Vin Diesel's 55.
Vin Diesel's 55.
Yeah.
Right? Is my math right? 67?
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
He was
shit.
raised by an astrologer psychologist mother.
Of course.
That, I want to say that explains a lot, but I don't know if it does.
And he's got a twin brother whose name is Paul Vincent.
Yeah, but we're talking about Lance Reddick.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He was in fucking Horizon too. Horizon.
He was in a
Zero
lot of
Dawn.
stuff. He was the main
Antagonist.
guy at the end. Yeah, and he was also in was he in a Star Trek thing? Or what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
He was a Castlevania voice. That's right.
He was in on Oz.
He was Always Sunny. He was when they did the Dynasties.
Yeah.
He played the one guy, the guy that turns out to be the fat black guy at the end.
Oh no.
You guys both fell in love with a woman named Shady Nasty. I forgot about that. Isn't that like one of the ones people refer to when they talk about the worst episodes of It's Always Sunny?
Yeah, I mean it isn't great.
Yeah. Even the worst episodes were good though.
Oh, except for that fucking roller rink one. I hated that one.
Really?
Yeah, the one where D hits her head and becomes basically D.
Oh yeah, that was pretty stupid. I just love the starter jackets.
Oh yeah, I mean that was great.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Old timey, fucking Mac, like high school Mac or just out of high school Mac is fantastic.
yeah.
It's so nice.
Like, what are you talking about? I'll just deal drugs like my dad. Good times, but yeah. So I thought that was an interesting point of video game news.
It's not an interesting. It's a sad point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's sad that he died. I thought it was interesting that he kept playing. I thought that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
and Vin Diesel's 55. We learned a couple of things today.
Yeah, right?
You're welcome, folks. And his real name is Mark Sinclair.
Loser. Sorry to any Mark Sinclairs out there.
Yeah, you're the good Mark Sinclair. Trust me.
He's the one that sucks. Why should I change my name?
Why should I change? He's the one that sucks. It's a great quote. Also in video game news, Ubisoft has proudly announced that AI is helping them write dialogue.
Fuck you.
I know, that's what I said. Why would you be proud of that?
Yeah. Oh,
Let's take a job away from somebody who's writing it.
we're even lazier now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks because, I mean, what? You still have the thing writes it. You still have to someone proofread it so it makes sense.
Nope.
Yeah, they're using a tool internally that's called Ghostwriter, and it's described as an AI tool developed in-house that aims to support our scriptwriters by generating the first draft of our NPC barks.
Unless all of your stuff is so trite and predictable that it can easily just do it.
Yeah. Well, if it's just first
It is
drafts,
Ubisoft.
like, what's the point?
It looks like they're just blasting out like NPC phrases you hear in the background.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's fine.
I know, I'm fine with that. If you're going to be like, hey, I want my world to feel real, I don't want people to keep saying the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
Sure, use people on the street, use AI writing for that. I don't give a shit. But when you're writing the whole story with that,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
that just seems wild.
Yes. Wild.
In addition, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is releasing for PlayStation 5 in September.
Damn.
Apparently, Tony Todd, the voice actor, completely leaked it. No one knew about that.
Oh, is this a sequel to the game that Miles Morales wasn't a sequel to?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so Miles Morales was not a direct sequel to that game, but it kind of was. Because,
Kind of was.
You
yeah.
did play as him in the first one.
You talked to Spider-Man and stuff.
yeah, like, it's got to be. It's after the first game because Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, is like on vacation in Europe, and he's like, "You got this, right?"
Yeah.
And basically, you're babysitting New York for Spider-Man, and then shit turns really real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to play that game at some point.
That's pretty good.
And God of War.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right. You know.
Yeah. Nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sent a tweet out on March 21st that said, "Looks like September, massive publicity coming in August. Commercials start dropping in August, so I'm told. Hold on to your and hold your breath. Gonna be necessary."
What?
I just
That
read
sounds
his
like it was
tweet.
written by AI.
Hey, I just read the tweet. I don't know.
All right.
I can't speak to his grammar,
Well, you can't really trust anything on Twitter anymore.
especially not Tony Todd heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Especially since you have to pay for verification.
Who doesn't?
And then he sent a follow-up tweet from
Ignore my previous tweet.
Yeah, that's kind of what it says. There's a picture involved, which this is confusing.
Solving an escape room for to get these.
He appears to be at home in what looks to be a pool or I guess it's an indoor pool. It's like rock features around and there's a bar. It's very confusing. But he wrote, "No more hints about Spider-Man 2. It was all a fever dream. Blame it on jet lag. Who knows? I might not even be #Venom."
Did he do it yesterday?
He released that tweet March 21st.
I was okay. So it wasn't
It wasn't April Fool's.
April Fool's for us.
No. And usually if that's what happens, the article would say like, "Update, this was all a joke, blah, blah, blah." But now in NFT news.
Oh, my favorite type of
shit.
news.
NFT.
So actually, sorry, it's crypto, but same
Same
wheelhouse.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you see that Jake Paul and Lindsay Lohan and a bunch of other people are being charged with illegally shilling crypto?
Oh, shit.
The SEC also went after Soulja Boy, Kendra Lust, whoever that is, and Akon.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was old news.
It might be.
Well, I just heard about it.
Well, you know that.
It's about the
We're
vibe.
ahead
This
of
is a
time.
vibe.
Yeah,
so,
it's
you
a
know.
vibe. It's a vibe. Sorry.
It's just we're getting vibes, guys. But the SEC complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York alleges that Sun and his companies offered and sold TRX and BTT as investments through multiple unregistered bounty programs, which directed interested parties to promote the tokens on social media, join and recruit others to Tron-affiliated Telegram and Discord channels, and create BitTorrent accounts in exchange for TRX and BTD distributions. So it sounds like...
An MLM?
Yeah, a crypto MLM?
That's kind of what it sounds like.
Isn't that what crypto is?
Yeah. So you're really getting in deep when you're doing both.
Sick.
It's like meta crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
The best kind.
That is fucking sick.
Yeah, you don't really want to fuck with the SEC, though.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
what have
not
they
as
done
a
lately?
civilian.
yeah, right.
As a company, I guess they don't really do anything.
They're
but
not
as a civilian.
company.
Well, as a
Company, they don't
commission?
do anything to companies.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I misspoke. But that's all we got for the Playtime vibe.
Ooh, there's your vibe.
So how about we get into this game, guys? How does that sound?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking check it out, dude.
Dun, 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 dun.
You folks out there, you might have seen this and been like, oh, isn't this a Plottytime Watches episode? They're doing the X-Files again. No.
Oh.
This is a game that came exclusively to PlayStation 2 called The X-Files, Resist or Serve.
What? Is this our third David Duchovny game?
What we did we do
Yes.
13? Or was that a...
I think
We did Area 51.
that's what he was in, yeah. I thought he was in another one after that.
I don't know.
we never released the 13 episode.
No, we didn't.
We have to redo that for the folks out there.
Yeah. That
13?
Yeah, that and Jack.
Oh, hold
Did you just
on.
pick your next game? Is that
I
what you
think he
just
might
did?
have picked my next game for me.
That's right, because we had a huge fight because I talked about the remake like a year ago that came out that everybody hated for 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, we did this before, so we could talk about it. And then both you guys like wanted to fight me because I was
Wrong.
incorrect that we never did 13.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
You're welcome for that additional insight. This game was released on March 16th, 2004. Number one song in the country. Let's see if Bentley's around.
What?
Oh, he's coming. He sleeps in a drawer, so he's...
I sleep in a drawer.
He doesn't like sleep that much because he's a turtle, you know?
Why can't I sleep in
What?
a dog bed?
Don't turtles sleep a lot like cats?
Anyway, yeah, so he's here. He's going to sing. He's going to sing right now. You ready there, Bentley? Sure am. All right, here we go. She said, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, let's go. When I told her, I said, yeah. She would have got down low and said, come get me. Yeah. Her and my girl used to
Nelly.
be the homies. Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
It's definitely Lil Wayne. He's in there. No, the other one.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Yeah,
yes.
that's it. Yeah.
Song is called Yeah. Do you know who sings it?
Someone featuring Little John.
Yes, that's true.
No idea who.
One of the one of the most famous recording artists of all time who also has like 15 kids. Maybe
Justin
30 now.
Timberlake.
Oh,
Drake.
no. I can't think of his name. We'll be here all day if I keep.
I have no idea who he's talking about.
Oh, no, I was incorrect. It's not that guy. It's Usher.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. No, Usher doesn't have that many kids.
Who am I thinking of?
I have
You're
no
thinking of that
idea.
other guy.
He's got you.
I can't think of his name, or else I would have said it by now.
He's got to look it up.
I was trying to search for who's the rapper with 1 billion kids, and then it just was like, do you mean Billionaire the Kid? I'm like, no, that's not what I mean.
No, he has like 13 kids. He just keeps having them. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
DMX
let's
had
get past this.
15 children. Oh, here we go. It's 20 rappers with the most kids. I'm here now. Chief Keef has a bunch.
No.
Should I go take a piss while he's doing
Yeah,
this?
for real.
All right, I'm gonna.
All right, I'll find this. Dr. Dre has 7 kids.
Dr. Dre has 7 kids.
But he only has like 2 wives,
Are you kidding me? Only had 2 wives.
I'm not cutting any of this, by the way.
That's fine. We might need it.
We might need it. No, I
what the
thought there
fuck?
was a rapper that just keeps having kids lately. Like a famous one and where you heard about it and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
There it is. Nick Cannon
Yes.
is the one that just keeps having kids. He has 8, I guess.
Oh, only 8?
I thought it was way more.
Well, I think it's 8 different mamas, too, though. Well, maybe it's more by now. I mean, this.
Oh,
We
I guess that's old
pre-recorded
information because I think he has 12 now.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's a bunch of kids. But now that Dr. Syintist is making his way back,
All right, so who was it?
Nick Cannon.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't we get that? That's like a joke on all of the.
Jokes and jokes and jokes.
Was it a Chappelle Show thing where he's like, I like Nick Cannon? He was like,
Yeah, it was.
I just remember that punchline being, well, Nick Cannon just stole your school clothes, mother.
yeah.
Anyway, so the number one movie in the country. Let's start with the tagline. You guys might get it, but I don't think you were as big of nerds as I was. Remember, March 16th.
2004.
Wait,
2004.
bigger? Yeah, he was the biggest nerd out of the three of us. Come on.
Nerd about this topic.
Oh, so it's probably Star Wars.
All right, there was no Star Wars movie in 2000. So, the tagline. When the undead rise, civilization will fall. When
World War Z.
No. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Isn't that from
Hellboy?
No.
Day
incorrect.
of the Dead?
Very close. What's the other one?
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. The Zack Snyder remake of
Yes.
Dawn of the Dead.
That was the number one movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
When her husband is attacked by a zombified neighbor, Sarah Pauli manages to escape, only to realize her entire Milwaukee neighborhood has been overrun by the Walking Dead. Actually, it was originally called Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for
Whale
the good
penis.
land.
Oh, what?
The good land.
Oh, that's from fucking Super Troopers?
No.
Wayne's World 2.
Wayne's World, yeah.
Oh,
When you
damn.
met
yeah.
Fucking Alice Cooper.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Every time
Cut
I hear
that.
Milwaukee, I say Milwaukee, which
So
is
do I.
Algonquin for
But
the good
sometimes I
land.
forget what comes after that.
One time, not too long ago, my wife was in Milwaukee on a transfer flight, and she saw that shirt at one of the fucking airport stores.
What the Algonquin word for?
Yeah, it just says Algonquin for the good land, and she's like, "Man, okay, I'll swing by and I'll get it in like 20 minutes. I got to go eat something." And when she came back, the store was closed.
Oh, bastards.
I haven't fully forgiven her since.
I can't believe you got married.
I know. I didn't know these are things you don't know. But hey, this day in history, March 16th, 1830, it was the slowest day in history for the New York Stock Exchange ever. Only 31 shares were traded.
In 30?
31 shares were traded that day.
In
1830.
1930. Oh, 1830.
Oh, how many shares were there a total?
36.
Yeah.
Oh, millions. Now there's billions. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's all a scam.
Pretty much. It's just a big MLM.
Yeah, seriously. It's like crypto.
Basically.
They were the first crypto. Yeah.
I would have said you were silly until stock buybacks were made legal. Now it's absolutely a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you folks out there don't realize what that is, go do your own research.
Well, if you can't figure out stocks are a scam yourself.
Yeah. Go get pissed.
Anyway, this game was released for PlayStation 2, developed by Black Ops Entertainment, and published by Vivendi Universal Games. It is a survival horror game.
Very on
Which-
X-Files.
Yeah, it surprised me. Because
Yeah.
I read that genre explanation, I was like, that can't be right. And I watched gameplay, I'm like, no, it plays exactly like Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly.
It even looked like it had tank controls.
It did. Well, I don't know if it did, but it really looked like it. Because I think the first 3 Resident Evils had tank controls, not till 4 came out.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
No, it
So-
doesn't.
it's inconsequential.
I picked the game, so do you guys just want me to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because, man, I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
There's a
This
lot of
game.
notes.
So the game takes place during the show's 7th season, after the 2nd episode of the 7th season, titled "The Sixth Extinction to Amor Fati," which I think that's weird because this entire show, The X-Files, the original run ended in 2002, and that was with season 9. So you'd have to go back to a random episode in the year 2002?
Yeah.
No, 2000
But
was
Yeah,
the episode
yes.
aired.
this might have been, I don't remember
Mark.
exactly when it happened, but they did change the leads from Scully and Mulder to Annabeth Gish and the Terminator. I don't know their real names or what their names were in the show, but it wasn't Mulder and Scully anymore.
Yeah.
Robert Patrick. Damn, that was bothering me so much.
It was like 10 seconds, dude.
I know, but I mean, he's the T-1000. How do you forget that name?
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, I never even knew it, actually.
And he was one of the dudes that got. I don't know if he was the guy. No, he was one of the dudes in Fire in the Sky. Not one of the guys that was abducted, but one of his friends.
Yeah. Okay.
God, I gotta rewatch that movie again. Didn't one of you guys? You know what? Let's not get into it.
Yeah,
Let's
just
just
get in the fucking
get in the
game
X-Files already.
Let's go.
Let's get into the game. I got a lot of notes. We start the game in Russia, 1908, in the town of Tunguska.
Tunguska?
Tunguska?
What's the difference?
All right, someone.
We're gonna split
fucking
hairs
whoopee
after his
today.
4th fucking word. Come on.
There's a family that is running through the forest, and they see this beautiful light in the sky, and the dad's like, look at that, it's a sign from God. And then they're like, oh, fuck, it's coming right at us. So it falls from the sky, hits the ground, causes a huge explosion, and their little baby they were running with gets covered in a bunch of black gloop.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you've seen the X-Files, you know exactly what it is.
Goo.
Gloop.
Alien gloop.
Yeah.
Gloop. So the Tunguska explosion was a real thing that did happen.
Yep.
Everyone, I think, just they think it's a meteor.
They think it exploded
It
right
was
before.
a meteor.
You don't know that?
I do.
You weren't there.
That is correct, but I still know it.
It was in Russia, dude. They covered it up. Alien
covered it
spacecraft,
up.
bro.
It was a Russian
They weren't
early
Russia then.
superhero.
Doesn't matter.
They were Tunguska.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So the show theme music plays. The game is actually set up in 3 different, I guess, levels that act as sort of episodes. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
you're watching 3 episodes of the show.
Which confused me when I was watching it.
Yeah,
It-
'cause-
it says to be continued.
Yeah.
And the video I watched didn't do a great job of like closing an episode and opening a new one.
Yeah.
So like I was just running through the story and writing stuff down, and I was like, when the fuck is the second episode? There's like 10 minutes left, and then the game was over. I was like, oh, I just blew it. I just missed it. But we cut back to present day. Mulder and Scully are driving into a town called Red Falls in Colorado, and they're talking. They're the show. They talk a lot. They bounce things off each other. There's exposition that's given to us in dialogue. A lot of stuff, a lot of information that gets passed to us through these two talking to each other, which I love. It's part of the X-Files. They're always bouncing ideas off each other and coming to conclusions. It's always written well. It's great. But in the beginning here, they talk about these 2 twins named Mandy and Caitlin Winslow. They had disappeared from Red Falls 2 weeks ago, and then they had returned recently. And since they had returned, there were 3 mysterious deaths in the town. So naturally, the entire town assumes that these girls are witches.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
And there was a little phrase here that Mulder said that the pilgrims want justice, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
But
Mulder was cracking wise the whole time.
Yeah, which is very un-Mulder.
yeah, he does jokes. Like he does have jokes once in a while.
Yeah, but not as much as
It was more of
all
like
jokes.
it was more of like a Simpsons caricature of David Duchovny
Yes.
than a real Fox
Yeah.
Mulder.
I would say that version of Mulder from The Simpsons minus 10% of the funny,
Yeah, it was almost as funny.
but not as funny. Remember that fucking episode? Oh, the feds! And they're pushing that fucking whale. They're running away.
Cheese it, the feds.
That, and when Mo runs in the back and slams the crates and says, "Get these out of here!" And like the fucking koala, not the koalas,
What they koalas?
Yeah.
no, they were pandas.
Oh, all right.
And the
yeah,
pandas
yeah.
run out of the crates. Again, I'm getting sidetracked by
Yeah.
all this stuff. It's not
Seriously,
this.
it's gonna be the longest episode ever.
Yeah.
I know. So all the evidence in this case points to a guy by the name of Frank Hawthorne in the town. They've got his fingerprints. They've got, I don't know, DNA, other shit they found at crime scenes.
Well, it sounds like they have it all figured out.
Yeah, so I don't know what the big deal is. Oh, shit. But Frank Hawthorne died 24 hours in a drunk driving accident before the girls came back.
Oh,
It's almost like this #1 movie at the time.
drunk driving accident.
So Mulder and Scully come across a deputy in the middle of the street who's been shot. There's no cell reception in this town. The landlines are dead. Mulder walks into a diner, try to find a landline. Scully's there trying to help the dude, and he has to shoot a waitress zombie in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Which of
very
us hasn't
surprised.
done that?
Right?
For real.
Yeah. How many times do you think they pulled their gun and shot somebody in the show in 9 seasons?
I know that
They have, but
rarely.
not
It was
many.
usually that big alien guy that couldn't get taken down.
Right, or usually they'll run into a place with guns drawn, but rarely do they actually fire.
Yeah.
Usually all the weird shit happens off screen, and then they're ones trying to investigate. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll keep moving for the sake of time. But Mulder heads into the diner, shoots the zombie waitress. I was excited because I don't remember there being zombies in the X-Files. It's very possible there were.
There probably was one episode or something like it.
Yeah, but
I mean, it happened in Supernatural. Of course it happened in the
Yeah.
X-Files somewhere.
sure.
So I did like how they made that the thing in the game because it was a justification for the amount of violence that had to happen in order for a video game to work.
Yeah, for true.
So I get it. And then I have written here, ghost zombies attack Mulder and get capped.
Yeah. That's
that's
exactly the description of what happened.
Fucking nailed it.
So Mulder, he keeps going. He makes it to a hotel. He shoots his way through it, and he finds Scully. I guess it was a motel, but he finds Scully at the jailhouse. She's like, oh, this town, they have acute delirium, some kind of shared psychosis. And then Mulder's like, this can't the game's basically telling us like, this can't really be zombies, right? Like, it can't be zombies. That's silly.
Yeah.
And then Mulder says, hey, on my way over here, I found one of the twins, Mandy. She is dead and was hanged from her neck, in the center of town. So I don't think it was her that did this.
That's what you do with witches, man.
So the next idea that they have is to test the dead deputy to see if there was some kind of viral element that's causing this.
Has to be.
Yeah.
So they go to the hospital to get this equipment to test him out when Mulder's actually bitten.
Oh, no.
I think there was a bunch of gameplay here, but we don't really see it. Basically, Scully slams him with the antidote immediately, and he's completely fine. So it's no big deal.
She's damn good at making cures for stuff.
She is a doctor.
That's true.
I've
She's
never met a doctor
doctor
that can cure shit like that quick.
Yeah, she's not like a I don't want to say vaccination expert. That's probably not the real title for someone who comes up with.
Epidemiologist.
Sure, scientist.
Yeah, definitely. So Mulder had a vision of the other girl, Caitlin, and he's like, she's still alive. She's somewhere here. We got to find her. So they head to this hideaway place called the Wheelhouse to go find Caitlin. I guess in one of her diary entries, it said that's where she likes to hang out and like go when she's alone.
Mm-hmm.
So the diary leads her to the Wheelhouse. They find the diary, and then they find that in one of the entries, she's really bitching about her old job at the Shop Easy, I think is what I have written down here.
Shapeezy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Dynasty.
Yeah.
Right.
So at the Shop Easy, the grocery store, Mulder and Scully meet up, and Mulder shows Scully an alien murder needle.
What?
They know what this is by this time in the series.
So they find Caitlin, one of the other missing twins. She is delirious, talking about these doctors, and then Mulder's like, "Oh, don't worry," and then he gets hit on the head and blacks out.
Classic.
I think this happens several times in this game.
It does. It never happened in the show.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
So Scully finds Mulder in some kind of bunker with the remaining survivors of the town.
Right.
And they get to the point where, they're talking and they're like, hey, we hit you. Like, we have to be safe. We didn't know if he was a zombie. These people are all fine. We don't know what's going on. So they get to the point, they keep talking, where they figure out they need to go to Briar Lake.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. And what's
Good
at
old-
Briar Lake?
They got attacked immediately and had to get the fuck out of there. And they believe that this guy, John Gilnitz, might have taken the girls to Briar Lake and drugged them there.
That's definitely what happened.
Yeah, it's the only possible explanation.
So Mulder and Scully casually walk out of the collapsing green bunker. I was wondering why this screen was green and stupid, and I'm like, oh, they have night vision goggles on.
Yeah.
I think as Mulder, you have to like guide Scully through it without her dying.
It's possible.
Yeah, you can play as either of them, right?
That's what I thought, but I don't know.
Because they do split up a lot.
Yeah, they split up a lot, and this is a Resident Evil thing from 2. And you could play through the game as either of them.
Yeah, okay.
And then you still have the same scenes where you guys meet up and hang out together, but
that's how you get the whole story.
Yeah.
right. And that's I just watched the Mulder version.
Yeah, I know. Me too. And then when it was at the end of the game and there's still 15 minutes left, I was like, oh, maybe they'll just fill us in with whatever Scully. No, that was the credits.
Yeah, the credits were forever.
Yeah, they're talking to each other, trying to figure out this thing. They do it several times during the game, but they're like, it could be this blowfish poison we found. And Mulder's like, well, you do know that that's what's used by the Haitian voodoo priests to make zombified things. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right.
Like, Mulder is grasping at straws to defend these zombies.
That's how he always is. Classic Mulder.
They keep going on. They find records talking about how Briar Lake is a hot zone where there is a parapsychology location in a secret Project Resonant.
Ooh. Sounds sexy.
It sounds like this whole thing. Guys, we are through the looking glass.
Oh, shit.
Frank Hawthorne,
Yeah.
a guy who was there, was patient 0 for this virus. And then these two guys, Dr. Greenberg and the guy I mentioned before, Zillitz, I think his name was.
Gilnitz.
They were the ones that created this virus. So obviously the next thing they do is they have a quick video chat with the lone gunman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is nice to see them cameo.
That was fun. I like the lone
That's pretty
gunman.
good, yeah.
And then as they're talking to the lone gunman, basically it comes to the fact that, hey, can you guys hack into this location I'm at and give us access to the rest of the place? So they do. because they're the lone gunmen. They
Their
can
kung
do
fu's
anything.
the
with
best.
Mulder finds a lab, and they put the whole thing together that the girls in the lab are actually clones.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, the zombie ghost Caitlin shoots smoke electricity at Mulder. That sentence doesn't make sense, but I guess that's what happened.
Yeah.
You wrote it down. It must have.
Should have double-checked that. But then Mulder continues on. He finds the guy in charge, and the story comes out that they create these clones to infect with this black oil gloop. And then a guy by the name of Alex Krycek shows up, who I do not remember from the series.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Yeah,
I
he
do
was a
not
big
remember him
part.
from
He's
the
a big
series.
part of it. He was in like probably 25% of the episodes.
Yeah, you probably stopped watching before you showed
I
up.
probably did. I think I stopped at like season 5 or 6. So
He was definitely in it before then.
Oh, okay. I just missed him then. But he kills everyone in the room to save Mulder.
That's kind of what he does.
And he tells Mulder and Scully that he left a bunch of clues out there. Thank God you idiots found them and got here. Like that kind of energy he was bringing to it.
Yeah.
That's,
And then he's like, guys, I appreciate all you've done, but here's the real story. The gloop that the girls have and are sick with is actually charging an alien artifact who actually, and part of is it raises the dead. And then Krycek escapes, and then 3 guys show up that I have 3 wise men. That can't be right. They show up. Oh, they're the dudes in the cloaks that are from the end of the game. That's right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They just show up, these dudes in cloaks, and they take the alien charged powers and they take the artifact with them. You shoot past them. A helicopter shows up and picks up Mulder, and then the whole town gets set on fire to cover it up.
And Scully. Picks up Mulder and Scully.
yeah.
That's right. I do have MS here. I just wrote MS as
Yeah,
short.
yeah.
That's what I do in all my notes all the time. Like one letter.
But yeah, they show up, they pick up Mulder and Scully, the town just gets exploded, set on fire so they can cover the whole thing up. So I guess all those survivors in the bunker are absolutely dead if they didn't die previously. Anyone else who survived? And then Mulder and Scully they were like, oh, we did this for nothing. And Scully's like, well, I do have this disc here.
I have this DVD or whatever.
And then there's a quick scene with Krycek and the cigarette smoking man. And Krychek's like, man, I don't know if this Mulder guy's going to make it. And the cigarette smoking man says, well, you know what? This whole thing ends with the death of Mulder.
No.
Like, what is that all about? So Mulder and Scully meet with Skinner. I absolutely do remember Skinner. And the talks very much like this,
Yep.
Yeah.
where they're talking to Skinner debriefed, and he's always about to pull the plug, but at the end he's like, it was kind of weird. I guess we should keep this thing going. So they debrief there. They say that Skinner is going to get those 3 original victims' bodies to Quantico to take a look at, because I guess they had been removed before the fire was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they're in the morgue and in the whatever.
Or the morgue there. Yeah, I mean, either way, those 3 bodies that were originally the thing that started all this are going to be taken to Quantico. So get another call from the lone gunman. They actually decrypted the disc that Mulder and Scully gave them, and it's Russian, and there's a lot of talk about Tunguska.
Ooh, fucking Russians.
Now, I guess this is part of the show. I don't remember this because, I think we've established that I stopped watching at some point. But Mulder had actually been there to Tunguska, and he got the disease there, I guess?
Yeah, he had the black oil and stuff.
Yeah, he's infected with black oil. You know what it was.
I assumed. The way they talked about it, about
That
it
was
as it
from
part of the
previous
show.
episode. You're like, oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah. And then Scully and Mulder have this tense confrontation, and we get put in some kind of weird Mulder dream state about his sister getting abducted. Skinner at his desk talking a bunch of shit, and Mulder's like, this isn't even real. And then the cigarette smoking man, or as he calls him, the cancer man, is there too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lone gunmen show up and tell Mulder that the data came from the Aurora Project in 1947, which is what is normally referred to as the Roswell incident.
Oh, my God.
And then this lady with a name that I don't remember writing down, Marita
Cabaruvius.
Cabarubius.
Close enough.
Marita comes and she gives Mulder a shot that saves him from radiation, and she's like, yo, I got a ride to the Russian town and a fake passport for you. And like, let's fucking go. So Mulder wakes up in Ground Zero where the meteor hit in that town in Russia after his plane crashed. Because, that's another bingo board spot. Transport plane / helicopter crashes.
That's exactly what I thought when this happened. Like, they needed to make it more video game-like.
Exactly. There has to be some kind of time difference that also leaves me alone. Crashed helicopter.
Oh, you didn't talk about how Scully also had the toxin in her, but created her own antidote for that? Okay.
No, I just
throw that
skipped
out there.
that because this is the second time in this game she's created an antidote for something that's infecting her.
She's damn good at it.
She's real good. And she's wasting her time with the FBI.
Fucking for real, man.
God, she should be an epidemiologist forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good word.
Yeah. I wonder where you got that one.
That's a good pull.
I remembered that one, but I can't fucking say Tunguska.
Ooh, got it.
Because I keep wanting to say Tungiski.
That's not what it says.
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee. There it is. Wham.
That was a bad pull.
Wow. All right. So Mulder, after waking up after his plane crashed, he runs into some locals who want to literally rip his arm off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Mulder runs away into some kind of bunker mansion. That's the best way I could explain it.
That sounds about right.
And then Marita calls, tells Mulder that Krychek and the cigarette smoking man are like, hey, your plane crashed, and they just assume you're dead. So they're also here, by the way, for some reason we don't know yet.
Oh, no.
It's fishy.
And then it's like, oh yeah, Scully's here too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole reunion.
She has a helicopter, so you got to find her and the helicopter and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, so you got more things going on. You got Mulder finding Krychek. He gets knocked out again.
Boom.
Scully saves Mulder.
Typical Scully.
And then the cigarette smoking man told him about the relic, and a lot of talking happens, and basically the Mulder brain is poisoned by alien gloop that was taken out of his head and then put in the cigarette smoking man's head.
It's very fringe.
To help him find the spaceship.
Exactly, via alien telekinesis that only Mulder and the cigarette smoking man have.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, but cigarette smoking man, it's not working quite right.
It's not exactly the same, because he just took a little bit of the gloop and put it in his own brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Marita tells him, like, hey, I was involved in bringing Mulder here for the cigarette smoking man, but I didn't know anything about this alien shit. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm.
And then Mulder and Scully, they continue on, try to get to that chopper. Mulder goes after Krychek. Krychek threatens Mulder. And Mulder says a bunch of, like, if I see you again, I'm going to fucking murder you. Like, way out there stuff for an FBI agent to be like. This is like personal Old West vendetta shit.
Yeah.
And then the helo crash lands, and Scully just fucking falls out.
Yeah, that was great.
It was a great animation.
That's so
And then
good.
I just wrote in my notes, I guess she can't fly very well.
Yeah.
But I guess something happened to the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot, I don't know if she goes into it, but
Something about gloop, I guess.
Yeah, it
I
had to
assume
be
the
the
gloop
gloop.
got the pilot.
turned into, he turned into like one of the zombies and she had to kill him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And then they continue on to some old ruins in Siberia where the ship is buried beneath these old ruins.
Of course. Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
You got to mark them somehow. So Scully stole a piece of the alien ship, and so it could be like real proof. They're like, hey, like I have a piece of military technology. This is going to legitimize literally every fucking thing we did.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
this is real.
Mm-hmm.
So she has it, like, we can leave. And Mulder's like, but I'm looking for the truth.
But this is everything, Mulder.
No. Cancer Man told me there were actual aliens down there.
I mean, seeing the danger of everything and being in a foreign country operating as an FBI agent who specifically are only supposed to work in the United States,
Yeah.
Yeah.
take the W, dude. Like, you got the ship piece.
You can't talk sense into Mulder, dude.
Nope, got to keep going. Got to prove my sister actually was abducted. He doesn't say that, but that's kind of like his whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to at least check the ship, see if she's there, you know?
Right. And I believe he does at some point see a flashback of her.
Yeah.
I mentioned it previously, but I think he keeps seeing her. So while they're rafting away, I don't know how they got to a raft or a little boat, but a monster pops out of the water and pulls Mulder out of the boat.
Wow, they're just throwing everything in this game.
I know, right?
They really are. It's like it really is like a Resident Evil game. Like, they start in a
Yeah,
police station and
yeah.
everything makes sense, and they end up in a underground complex.
Yeah, it's wacky.
So Mulder keeps going, stumbles upon some kind of old-ass building. Cigarette smoking man has a passed-out Krychek, and he's like, can we go get this? Mulder, can we just, like, go check this out together? Like, we're both here. Like, let's do this. Let's
That's
check
a
it
big
out.
ask.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we're both here for the same reason. Let's just stop fighting each other and see what the fuck this alien ship's
He's
all
like,
about.
we both know it's there. Come on.
And then cigarette smoking man is like, I put you on a path, Mulder. And then Mulder passes out.
Oh,
Again.
Fucking Mulder.
As he's passing out, the cigarette smoking man says, listen to this advice. Resist or serve.
Titular
Name the game.
line.
It's
okay.
like It's like the Borg in Star Trek.
Dude, fucking A.
I know that reference. I know that
futile.
reference.
Yeah.
Those are the people who were all like one thing.
The hive mind.
Yes.
hive mind.
Legion.
Got it. So somehow Mulder and Scully end up in a church.
Yeah,
and
of course.
with the floating monks with alien symbols, those were the dudes from before who I was very confused about.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Mulder's like, the ship is right behind these huge doors, but we got to cut off their power source and stop this whole thing. And then out of nowhere, Mulder gets sucked back into his own brain.
Mm-hmm.
And we see him arguing with a monk at an alien breeding center. I got a little lost here.
Yeah.
It's kind of, no, you're describing what happens.
The sound cut out because they didn't want to get like a copyright strike on the...
With the song
The
going.
X-Files music, yeah. I assume that's what it was.
I think I read that the dude that actually did the music on the X-Files did this too. So it was actually from the show, or, you know, he really could have got like a copyright strike. So
Yeah.
Mulder and Scully take out a boat. Well, they take a boat out of the place as it explodes. A wave knocks him over onto the shore, and then the ship takes off from the ocean. The middle of the ocean, it flies up into a bigger ship.
Oh my god, and it blows up the
These are
ruins.
big UFOs, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one ship is fucking huge, and then it's slowly ascending, and then another larger ship is like, come here, little baby. And this ship is fucking huge.
It's very Independence Day size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not that big. Let's not get carried away.
So, and then this is where Scully just happens to wake up from he's like, you gotta look, you gotta wake up, you gotta look. And she's like, I'm fucking concussed. Like, I don't know where
It's
I
like,
am.
asshole. What?
She's not saying this, but she's thinking.
No. She's like, what fucking ship? What are you talking
Yeah.
about, you psycho?
No one else saw this ship fly into another ship and then fly away.
Nope.
Now, not only do they not have the piece, but Mulder's the only person that saw any proof.
Where'd
So,
that piece go?
I assume they lost it at some point here.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have it anymore.
No.
No, you lost all the evidence you had.
Oh, probably when the raft flipped.
Like, you gambled, Mulder. You put your cards on the table and you fucking lost. So
Suck it up.
have fun living that life where you're the only person that saw the ship. So they go back to Washington. There's a big debrief in front of this panel that just is... They're there to explain themselves because their report seems fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they actually read through it and do like a nice little bit where they're like, you're saying that XYZ happened, and they list out everything that happened in the game, and they're like, yeah, absolutely. And it sounds fucking nuts
Yeah, it really does.
when you put it in the context of like a real FBI investigation. So I believe one of them actually says, this reads like the elements of a sci-fi fiction video game.
He does actually say that.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. I gotta download this ROM.
I know, right?
And then Mulder is for real mad about what he calls the shadow men in the government.
Mm-hmm.
And the panel's like, this is fucking crazy. But you did save a lot of lives, I guess, you know, in addition to the fucking town that got set on fire.
Yeah. If you discount all the lives you lost.
Let's not talk about how much ammo you went through.
Yeah.
And they eventually come to the conclusion, like, well, you saved a bunch of people, so I guess the X-Files should keep going.
Who did they save?
I don't
The world?
know. I guess they saved the black gloop from spreading further than the town. I think that must have been their just.
They saved the aliens?
No, they killed.
They didn't save anybody.
They saved the alien ship.
And
They did say, well, I guess the alien ship is still alive. But I think they read the interpretation as, well, the black gloop didn't go past this city, and it could have killed literally everyone. So
They said something like the radiation or something that was spreading. Something was spreading, and they stopped it.
which technically they did, but, you know, the whole town got
Yeah,
fucking firebombed.
right.
But Mulder's still mad that he has absolutely no proof of the aliens.
even though he had it in his hand, he decided
he
not
had
to
in his
use it.
hand, and now it's gone. And then Scully's basically like, and I'm paraphrasing, we're bros, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Game ends.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the X-Files, bro.
That's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it. Took a minute, but we got through it. So let's go ahead and move into final thoughts.
Please.
Oh, let's get into that.
Let's start with you, Dr. Scientist. You're the big X-Files head here.
Yeah, you are.
So did watching this video make you want to play this X-File?
Nice.
Did the story work for you, or was it just some steaming pile?
Oh, nice.
And what score out of 27 stars is the Syintist style?
Oh,
Man, I thought he was gonna lose it. I really did.
That was not one I pre-did and wrote down. You know, I guess fucking blind squirrels find a nut.
Call
right?
Ripley.
Are you saying you wrote down and thought of the other ones ahead of time?
Of course.
What? How dare you?
How do you come up with
you?
something so terrible without writing it down?
How dare you imply that I've tried to do that before? How dare you, sir? Answer the question.
Would I play it? No. Did the story work for me? I can't say it does. It doesn't seem like it's connected at all. It's kind of like just gathered together. Like, let's throw some zombies and water creatures here and throw some aliens in here. It's kind of disjointed.
Fair.
And it's trying to, like, I think they're trying to play on people who like the X-Files and know if you didn't know anything about the X-Files, would you have any clue what's going on in this game?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Probably not, because I didn't know who Krychek was. I knew who the cigarette smoking man was, but I didn't know Krychek. I didn't know
Marita.
I had to look up Krychek. I had to click on the link in the wiki just to see his face and be like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it ends classic X-Files. Oh, we saw this and we don't have any evidence style.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's just my jadedness now, but Mulder's... was Mulder this snarky and rude in the show, or was he just for the game?
I mean, I don't remember him. Like, I remember him having jokes once in a while, or like, not even that he had jokes, but there's definitely been moments where he tried to lighten the mood.
Yeah, but like in this
But
one,
not
he's
like
like,
this.
yeah.
No, not like this.
Yeah, it's over the top, but
He was the believer. He was the serious one. I mean,
Yeah.
Scully was the academic one, but still, like, they did not fuck around.
Yeah, it's I couldn't get into it. It kind of annoyed me. So I had to give it a low 3-star score.
3.
Wow.
I think the story doesn't, it's kind of all just
It is all over
thrown
the
together,
place.
not really coherent. And I think they didn't take the characters and portray them very well.
It kind of felt like one of the funny episodes.
Yeah, but not even funny.
Yeah. Well, just the Mulder shit.
Yeah.
I hear you.
And Mulder spouting conspiracies like he's...
All right. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
it. That's all. It didn't work.
All right. Well, with that 3 stars, let's go ahead and see what Chump Slap has to say about this game.
Yeah. You got some questions or something?
This is going to be the set he wrote down.
No, I didn't write anything down. And now I'm terrified this is going to be terrible. Did watching this video make you want to play this by resisting or serve?
Damn it. That's what I was going to go with. All right, go ahead.
Did the story work for you, or did it just hit a nerve?
Mm-hmm.
And what score out of 27 stars do you think this game deserves?
Wow.
I need to go buy a lottery ticket or some
Yeah,
shit.
right.
I'm on fire today.
I kind of wanted to play it. Not a PS2 version. One that wasn't.
A good version.
Yeah. One that you could control the camera and stuff. And if it wasn't tank controls.
Do we know it's tank controls, or are we just assuming?
We're
I'm
just
assuming.
assuming.
Okay.
But I'd play it if it was new. And Mulder was more snarky. Did the story work for me? I mean, it was okay. I thought it was. I don't want to say it made sense.
That's not.
But
That's a great ringing endorsement. I don't want to say it made sense, but
I thought it worked enough. It worked enough for me. I mean, aliens crashed. There's fucking goop. Callbacks for X-Files episodes. People, you're like, oh, I know that guy. I remember his face. So I thought it worked okay.
Okay.
I thought Mulder being snarky was funny. I enjoyed it. But out of 27 stars,
go with your heart, man.
I'm going to have to give it an 8 because I thought
Wow. Okay.
it was decent enough. Maybe it's because it was X-Files and I like,
You're thinking of everything else X-Files did and adding it to the game.
yeah, I just like the Mulder character was good. I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It felt like kind of like an X-Files episode except for all the shooting and murder.
Yeah. So it wasn't like it.
No, I completely understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean. So I'm just going to give it an 8 and pass on.
Okay, that's an 8 for Sir Chump Slap. Now, I would love to also give my opinions, but I don't remember.
I got one for
Do we
you.
really want to hear his opinion?
I think I do.
Okay.
Just to see where he lies in between our two scores.
All right.
So watching this video make you want to fire up the PS2. Was the story pretty good or was it a pile of poo?
Boom.
And out of 27 stars, how many did this game accrue?
Got it. You got it. Took a sec, but you
Yeah.
got it. Did watching this movie make me want to play the game? A little bit, but just because I have very fond memories of playing the Resident Evil games that were formatted like this. I don't know if like it scratched some kind of itch for me, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's specifically I want to play X-Files Resist or Serve.
Fair enough.
So I'll give the short answer to that is kinda.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then did the story work for me? See, it's been a long time since I really watched the X-Files. Like we did that episode, obviously, but like really getting into it and watch season after season, it's been a long time, and I don't remember specifically what the vibe or anything like that is of the show. So this kind of made more sense to me than it probably did to you guys, or at least Dr. Scientist.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. I mean, there's definitely a lot more violence added to make it a video game. It seems like everything they added to kind of sort of gamify it kind of went against a normal X-Files universe or episode.
Right.
Other than weird alien shit happening, basically. Because, that happens. So, did the story work for me? Again, kinda.
Yeah, I hear you.
So what score would I give it with those two kindas? I understand the creative decisions and why they made them. I just still don't. I think it strayed too far from what makes the X-Files the X-Files.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a themed Resident Evil 4 like expansion that just had Mulder and Scully in it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So final score out of 27 stars. I did land in between you guys. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I think it still had good points. Like the dialogue was written very well. I like the fact that Mulder and Scully, wow, David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
That took way too long to come back up with. I was really excited. They did the voices. Like, everyone wanted to make this good. I don't think it was perfect, but I'm giving it a 6.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'll give us a final score of 17. Recently, 2 weeks ago, Atlantis: The Lost Tales, we gave that a 17.
I could see them being the same.
Yeah. What
then-
was
Oh,
it?
it's perfect. It's always perfect.
You don't doubt the system, Dr. Scientist.
I don't. I came up with the system.
You're right. So then we've got 2 episodes that were very close at 16s, Rise of Nightmares and The Warriors.
The fuck was Rising Night?
You know
was a
what? That was
Poppascotch
my
pick.
first thought. It was the Connect game in the
Oh,
Romanian
yes,
episode
yes,
or
yes.
whatever. So there you go. Score 17, which is perfect, as it always is, for the most accurate podcast in the game.
Damn straight.
So if we don't have anything else that we really want to talk about, let's just go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Scientist Pokemon Rock of the Run.
You gotta catch 'em all, and Scientist is here to tell you.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Come on.
Pokemon.
I thought he passed
That
that.
kind of hurt.
Yeah, right?
What's the Pokemon? Give it to us.
Well, I thought, what's a Pokemon I'd want to give my enemy?
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you already gave one to Scotch.
Yeah, but I mean, he's more of a frenemy.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
But there's this great Pokemon from Gen 5 called Garbodor.
Ooh, he's
Who's
made
just-
out of garbage.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's called the Trash Heap Pokemon. This is what he looks like, in case you were wondering. Chump Slap.
This guy's fucking
That's a
rules.
cool looking Pokemon, though.
But yeah, basically he smells like garbage and he has poisonous liquid coming from him. So I figured that'd be great to give to somebody I didn't like.
Fair
Or
enough.
at least make them live around them.
Right? He has to be a roommate for a year.
No, like just outside their house. They kind of like, they congregate.
All right. That'd be cool.
I like how he's classified as a trash heap Pokemon.
Yeah.
Are there other trash heap Pokemons?
No. They all have their own individual identifier, and that's what this one is. But yeah, it has talkings in it. It smells bad, so it sounds great to give to somebody.
All right.
It absorbs garbage, though, so that's kind of good, but it still smells like garbage, so.
Yeah. I'd rather have garbage than a smelly garbage thing.
That's true. Me too. I didn't think of it that way, but
I mean, eventually you get used to the smell, right?
yeah, but your neighbors will still hate you.
They already
Fuck
do.
'em. I have a poison Pokemon. I'm ready to like let loose.
Yeah, right.
They ain't gonna say shit. Jesus Christ, this guy's 6'3" and weighs 236.
Yeah, dude. He's a big trash pile.
That's a big fucking pile of garbage. God, he's
An
wide
inch
as
taller
fuck.
than me, man.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. It's a big motherfucker. Anyway, so there you go. Garbodor. I almost said Grabador. Like, that's not right. Garbodor. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. This or that.
You gotta pick what category something falls into. So we're gonna do it. Do it just for you.
Perfect. Every week, we give Chump Slap 7 prompts, and he has to answer as fast as he humanly can, whether the prompt I give him is a German philosopher
Ooh.
Okay.
or a type of German sausage.
Saucy
What is
philosophy.
it? I gotta ask for him. Is there any that's both?
Nope, those are the only two options, and that's a great question.
All right, saucy or philosophy?
Again, you got to determine if it's a German philosopher, the name of a German philosopher, or if it's the name of a German sausage.
All right.
All right, are you ready, Sir Chump Slap?
Faux show.
Here we go. Number 1, Heidegger.
Philosopher.
Horkheimer.
Sausage.
Knockwurst.
Sausage.
Lips.
Philosophy.
Schopenhauer.
That's a philosopher.
Braunschweiger.
Sausage?
Stippgrutze.
That's a sausage.
He made that up.
That was 8. Just the last one.
Well, people, put on your fucking this or that caps. You got 6 out of 7.
Oh, which one did he get wrong? The last one?
The only one you got wrong was number 2. You called
Oh, yeah.
Horkheimer a sausage. It's actually a German philosopher's name.
Bullshit.
I agree with you on all of them. So I would have got 6 out of 7.
Berkheimer.
Heidegger, again, for everybody, is the philosopher. Horkheimer is the philosopher. Knackwurst is the German sausage. Lips is a German philosopher. Schopenhauer is a philosopher. Braunschweiger is a German sausage. And Stippgrutze is a German sausage. Some of those you were a little shaky, but you nailed them. You got them.
Man, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
6 out of 7. Congrats. If anybody has some fucking banging recipes they could send us that use some knackwurst or some Stippgrutze,
Oh, dude, they'd be delicious.
where can they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Send that to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll read and I'll fucking cook that shit up, bro.
I know you don't like to bring your work home with you, but for these knockwursts,
I mean,
come
man,
on.
if it's fucking straight from Germany, yeah, I'll try it.
Absolutely. And if they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with pictures of German philosophers or knockwursts,
Or
where
both.
could they send those to, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram, or stop by the subreddit and join the conversations there about our grilled cheese sandwiches.
And you can also go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Go to our official eBay store. Got to go into plottytime.com and buy some shit on there. And I guess that's really it for us. So, more importantly from everything, we got to do shout-outs I almost forgot. They go to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Hatman, and Luis Guzman. More importantly than the shout-outs, though, don't ever trust Dr. Scientist. And we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.